This is part 4, I think, or 3 of renewing the electrical in the kitchen. This is getting a little messy. It's not quite as bad as the track lighting in the living room, at least not yet, but it's not going particularly smoothly either. So this here, we got a couple dilemmas we got to deal with. When this was originally put in, I hadn't thought about wanting to separate the light that's above the sink here versus the one that's actually, before I get into that, I'm recording this on that stupid phone because I can take the phone and stick it in these holes and look down the wall, which is indispensable to the video. And if I go back and forth with the other camera and this camera, it just becomes an editing nightmare. So I know the audio blows on this camera. I'll try to fix as much as I can with post-processing, but just for these next couple videos working in the wall, I think I'm going to keep using this video thing instead of the regular camera. Anyways, so when I first had this wiring, I was doing this with my uncle, and then when we put it in, I didn't really think about wanting to have the lights different between the under the cabinets and above the sink. But now as I'm looking at it, after using the kitchen and understanding lighting and so forth a little better, it's occurring to me that we would have a problem if it's all symmetrical, because if you have a light fixture underneath the cabinets, just a couple, 3/4 of a meter above the countertop, and then you have the same light maybe a meter up from the countertop, you're going to end up with inconsistent brightness. So if I end up putting these on dimmers, they would need to be run at different intensities, which would require separate wiring. Or I might use a different fixture above the counter or above the sink altogether, in which case I would still want to be able to control it separately. I was hoping that I could just go up top, all the wires kind of joined up there. I was hoping I could go up there and just separate some things, but unfortunately it's one continuous run. So the way it works is it comes from here and then it goes through the wall to here, and this is one piece and it goes up. So it's impossible to separate it with the way it is. So I have to rerun those too. If I'm going to rerun them, I want to put them downstairs as opposed to through the attic. I guess we're going to have to talk on the phone first. Hello?
Hello.
What?
Are you there?
You have such an annoying tone to your voice. I don't know who in his or her right mind would want to talk to such a nasty sounding computer. Are you there? Stupid. Anyways, since I have to rerun those two, I might as well just rerun this one as well and cut the amount of wiring down, because otherwise this would have to go up and then back down, and I might as well just cut a hole and go from there to there and have a 3/4 meter run versus a 4-meter run up through. Whatever, I'm just going to have to redo this. Not because the wire's bad, but because of the logic change. I was hoping the logic change would be simple, but it's just not. So before we get into that, I have to do damage control on something else. I was working on this for several hours off video the other day just because I can't figure out the way some of this wiring in this house works. It's very confusing. A lot of it's illogical. These circuits are ridiculously long in terms of the wire length in comparison to what it services. And this has been a problem all throughout the house. The wiring just makes no sense. And the wires, you look at it in the attic, you look at it downstairs, and then you look at what's in the wall, and it makes no sense. And so we have to kind of change the approach. I've been looking at this from more of a like a clean perspective, where like, let's figure out where everything goes. Let's take it out piece by piece, rerun it. but there's really just there's no reward for doing that compared to the time it's taking. So I think I'm just gonna go in the breaker box, pull the wire out, and whatever stops working, I'll repatch it in new. I mean, half the things I disconnect them and nothing stops working. So it's like, what the heck is it? I feel like half the wires in this house don't even do anything. Anyways, so yesterday I was drilling a bunch of holes and I got a drill bit down in the wall. Drill bit is down there. You can see it right there. This was focused. Why is it not? There we go. At the bottom of the screen, or no, actually on the right of the screen, you can see the drill bit down there at the bottom. It's not a vintage drill bit. If I can't get it back, it's not really a big deal. But it sure would be nice to get it back because it works very well. So I went around and I got I got a couple things. I got an M91 mask for using in the attic with all the dust up there. And I also got some knee protectors to use in the attic, which made it a lot easier to be up there. And I got this, the 4-piece magnetic pickup tool set, manufactured by something in China. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Easy to pick up dropped screws. The magnet is rust-proof and corrosion resistant. Features a strong magnet for secure holding. Let's see if this can grab it. Allegedly, it can pick up 15 pounds. I have my doubts on that, but we'll see. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Hello? 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 Ah, it comes all in plastic film. That's what we needed. Actually, that does seem like a pretty sizable magnet. I don't know if that's going to be... it might be long enough if I really can get my arm down through the hole. Now there is there's a pipe down there as well, which makes this a little more difficult because this is going to want to stick to the plumbing most likely, which is not helpful to me. Okay, I think that's extended all the way. That's about as far as I can get my arm down the wall. I'm not even hitting the plumbing yet. This is the longest one that we have here. I need something even longer than this. Yeah, that's the longest one that we have here. Oh, rats. Can I extend this somehow? Can I connect these two? I don't know if this one, actually, well, let's see. We can find out if it'll pick it up or not. This is similar to what's down there. Oh yeah, that'll hold it. Actually, that one might do it as well if I get it just right. Okay, let's see then if we can, maybe we can stick this one in there and I'll tape it to here perhaps. You know, it's a shame that the audio quality is so bad on this thing because the picture looks pretty clear and the focus seems pretty good. But, you know, audio is very important in the video. If the audio stinks, which it does, then it's no good. Could have potentially get some external microphones, though. I suppose that is a possibility. Okay, that should give us hopefully enough of reach. Got the bottom of the something now. This is where you need to be able to see what's going on down the wall. And this camera might just do that for us. See if I can extend this a little bit more. This is a challenge, but I feel like we have the right tool to get this done, though. I really think that we should be able to do this. So you gotta go down kind of like that.
Is that not it? Pretty sure that's it. So why is it... It doesn't even feel magnetic. I'm not convinced that that's it. No, it's not it. That's just some random piece of wood in the wall. What the heck? Okay. Well, then where the heck is it? I didn't think I saw it down this one. I don't see it. Is that it in the corner there? I don't think so. No, I'm confused as to where it is because I heard it fall down the wall and it was when I was making the holes in these two areas, so it's got to be somewhere here. Unless it somehow got underneath that pipe. I guess it's got to be under that pipe somewhere. Jeez.
Well, I mean, those tools are good to have anyways, so I guess that's fine, but not that they were super expensive, but I wouldn't have spent the money on that. I would have spent the money on a new drill bit instead. I guess it's got to be underneath that pipe.
Try to see if I can get it around the other side. I doubt it. Stick it down there and see if I can feel anything. That's right where I want it too, but I don't feel anything going on the end of it. Well, that's it. I can't get it. Mostly because I don't know where it is. That's annoying. Well, it's not worth any more time on it. Not that drill bits are cheap, but it's the time value of trying to cut the bottom of the wall open and get it out is not there. Especially because I can't even prove where it is. Oh, we picked up something in there. Old nail.
Well, this is good to have. It works pretty well. Just would have rather spent the money on the actual tool that I need to do the project instead of this. Okay, that's unfortunate, but we must proceed. We'll have to proceed without it. I'm sure my neighbor has one of those. I can borrow it for the rest of the project. Okay, so now I think what we're going to do is we're going to go down below over here, and we're going to drill some holes over here and make sure there's no sawdust on the lens. Not sawdust, drywall dust. We need to make 2 more holes over here. So what we're going to do is I got to get more conduit too. I got more conduit yesterday. We're going to run a conduit right next to this one for this other wire, just enough to clear that pipe. Where I guess we'll do it right over here, right next to if the thing was going to focus or not, I don't know. There we go. We'll go right next to that one. I don't see anything else in the way there. That should be fine. Yeah, we can go right next to that one. Just to the right of it. And that'll feed through that hole there. And that will be our over the cabinets light. And then this one here, we have a plethora of plumbing again. So we'll have to get another conduit. And hopefully it'll fit in between. I think it'll fit in between there. And we'll put it over here. It should be a clear shot down to the bottom, right? It looks like it. Not fun, but we'll get it. That's pretty handy. Well, maybe not. The cord's not long enough. Alright, we got to take some of this stuff down again so we can get to this area where we're going to be drilling the holes. We'll be using these things soon enough, probably within a month. Cooling season 2025, right around the corner. Okay, so we have to drill almost up against the wall this time. We gotta go far over that way, and then we have to go, well, right up against the other one there. This makes me nervous because I don't like plumbing. So if this breaks, if I break a pipe, it's not like something I can just easily do damage control on. I can fix it, but I'm not going to enjoy it. And I don't have that kind of stuff on hand either. So we'll just be very careful. I'm going to go back upstairs and just verify the positioning of the holes one more time before we start drilling in through the floor. Let's see, where can I put this camera? I really need to put it like... Well, you might just not get a very good view of this. I don't know. It's a delicate measure. I need to see it very clearly, so I got to get myself into good positioning. I need the stool. I'm going to set up a pellets bag here. To try to catch some of this dust. Or at least just keep some of the dust off of the shelving here. We're going to use that low speed, that big low speed drill bit, because the high speed one is no longer accessible for use. So using the low speed one shouldn't make too much of a mess. I put the camera on the clamp mount, and this seems to be working pretty good. And it works out for me too, because now I have a flashlight. So on second thought, I'm going to use just the size larger of the high-speed bits, because trying to work with that other one in here, this angle is going to be very challenging. And it's a challenge we just don't need to take. This Romex wire here is no longer in service, so I'm not worried about that. But that fiber cable is in service, so I am worried about keeping that in good shape. Okay, I think right here is fine. Is that it's not going in the right direction though? What the heck? Something weird going on here. I wonder if it's like rotted out or something. It is by the bathtub, so it's possible there was moisture at some point. You know what? It actually might be easier to use this and stand down below here. Oh, I think that absolutely is going to be easier. Okay, I'm going to do that instead. Didn't think about that, but that's going to be easier. Oh, I have to take one of these window bins down. Okay, here we go. That's annoying. It's not going where I want it to. There we go, now it is. I think we're through already.
That went very easily. It says app does not support split screen. Don't split my screen, just leave the screen alone, it works fine. Do we see the bit? Nope. Should be somewhere in that area there. But I don't see it. I can't imagine that it didn't go through though. Has to have gone through. That was several inches in. Let me stick a piece of wire up there and see if it shows up on the other side. Or actually, what I could do, since we'll need this anyways, I think that the conduit we're going to find gets stuck because there's that extra piece of wood there. So this is likely going to go through and just hit it. That's my expectation here with this. Or it won't go anywhere at all. That's not what I expected. That's bizarre. That's acting like there's no hole at all. What the heck is up with that? So this should at least push up the same amount that the drill bit did before it hits anything. It's not. That does not make any sense at all. I don't get it. I do not get it. The hole is, it's not a good clean hole. It's actually a very lousy hole. And maybe that's why it's not working. Okay, so we can't drill through there because the wood is all messed up. What other options do we have? Not many. Not many. I can try to drill another hole, but I'm sure we'll probably get the same results. Nor do I want to just keep putting holes in the floor. Yeah, it's like it's enough for the drill bit to auger through, but it's not making a hole the width of the drill bit. Nah, it's doing the same thing. Maybe we just blast through it enough times, it'll eventually clear. No, that's not going to work. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, I think the problem is the wood. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but several pieces of the wood is just rotted away for, I guess, from the damage that occurred when the house was not properly winterized. And it looks like, I don't know, it looks like just layers of plywood are put on top of it as opposed to properly removing it. Well, this is not good. This is not good at all. I can feel exactly what the problem is. I just don't know how to fix it. I can't even get my finger through there. It's literally the width of maybe 1.5 centimeters, if that. I'm not sure how we're going to fix that. We might have to use the high-speed bit. That might be the only way to fix it. I don't have as much control with the high-speed bit, but it shouldn't. I don't think it'll work the same way. I think it'll get through it. And this is only half the battle, because once we get the hole, then we're going to find that the conduit doesn't go up all the way because of the piece of wood that's in the wall. Let's see if I can get anywhere with this. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try it. I think it's pretty much doing the same thing, actually. Yep, it is. It's doing the same thing. It's not making a good hole. I need to get maybe those circular drill bits for like cutting large holes. Maybe that'll do it. Try this. I think it should be about the right size. And this I don't think can possibly do the same thing that these other two bits are doing, because this is round all the way and doesn't have a smaller surface area thing, whatever. I'm hungry, so my explanations are dwindling in quality. Okay, let's try this. might have done it. Actually, not even sure that we need the conduit here. We might not. Okay, that did it. Let's see if we hit that piece of wood. We're hitting it, but it's much higher up than I thought it was. Alright, let's see if we can see this from the top. That actually worked very well. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Go figure. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we have to get it on the other side. The other side of that wood. Let's see what we can do. Could it really have been that easy? I find it hard to believe. Huh. Nothing short of a miracle. And actually we will keep that because it's right next to that plumbing, so that's good. Alright, that's half the battle done. Now let's try this one. I'm going to push this up a little bit just to make sure it doesn't come out. Perfect. Okay, that's in there and secure. Now the next one is a little bit harder to reach. And if I recall correctly, we had a similar problem last time. Wow, there's really no way to get in here. I think that we said we have to go on the right side of it. And it looks like there's a little bit of space from above, but it doesn't look like there's any space from down below here. It's almost 8 o'clock. It's definitely time to get to a stopping point here and make some dinner and go to sleep. So, what are we working with here? We could come forward a little bit, I think. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we can come forward just a hair. Alright, let's try that. Okay, let's see where the camera can go. Wow, that's going to be tight. Just pause the video for this part. It's not going to be good quality filming. Alright, hopefully that's a good angle. I can't really see it anymore. So, it's just kind of whatever it is. So we have a hose clamp on there, which is kind of blocking right where we want to go. And then there's a nail that blocks the second part of right where I'd want to go. So I wonder if we should spin this hose clamp around. That might be our best bet. I don't know where my other driver is. I don't think this one's the right size. I think it's the other one. Yeah, it's the other one, which I can't find. This one's a piece of junk, but I think it happens to be the right size. It is. Alright, I'm just going to loosen this up. Try to spin this clamp around to get that screwing part out of the way. Is that not how this works? No, that's not how it works. It's not a hose clamp, it's just like a generic clamp that's secured to the unit. Okay, that's not good. That doesn't do anything for us. Alright, so we really don't have anything to work with here. I don't think if I go here, that's going to be too far back. But we'll try it. Rats. I think we actually just cut right through that nail. I just don't know if that's going to be actually in the stud anymore or not. I have a feeling that it's not. Drilling right inside the stinking nail. Not ideal. Actually, pretty much about as bad as it can get. I don't know about this one. I might have to pull the conduit out, the existing conduit, and just double the width and put both of them in. I don't know. This is a tough one. I'm running out of space to get the drill up there. I don't know what I'm going to do. This isn't long enough. I think the other bit's too long. Might be able to do that. The conduit came out. I think we're just drilling around the nail at this point. It still feels like wood. That's definitely the nail. That's wood there. I think the camera's in the right spot, but I can't see the screen, so it's not helpful. Yep, there's the nail. You gotta be kidding. What are the odds of that? That bites. It really does. And the other wire is already set up in the box and everything, so to take it out, it's going to be an extra step I don't want to do. This stinks. I might just go for it and have to sharpen the bit later. I don't know what else to do. I don't have any others, like there's no more space to work with. Because there's so much plumbing in this wall. I just don't have anything else to work with. Why is that zoomed in so much? Well, I think we managed to drill through that nail, and doesn't look like the bit was that phased by it. We know the other side feeds up easily, so let's see if we can get this to feed up through there. I think we're going to have to fight with the insulation again. Really? This is the same garbage as last time, with the hole not being fully circular, probably. Well, it doesn't feel that bad. I wonder why this isn't working then. Oh, that just has no interest in going up there at all. This might fix it, I just can't get it into the hole. Oh, come on. Okay, let's see if that did it. did it, but I feel the insulation, so that's what we're dealing with now. Oh, I might have got past it. Let's go upstairs and see if the conduit came through the hole successfully. Wrong hole. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that came through. Doesn't look like anything broke in there. So we should be good. We'll cut I'll cut a longer piece because I want to protect it from going up against here. But that's good. Okay. I think that I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and then we'll call it there for today. So this one, this should be very simple. We just have to go over a couple inches from where that is, and we got a whole open area to work with. This one is low stress. And drilling through those where plumbing is making me really nervous. Because I don't like plumbing. Don't like fixing it, don't like breaking it. But I think we're good here. Take this back out. Just want to see if I can get a picture looking up in there and make sure that we didn't hit anything. I don't think so that I did, but I would like to confirm. Can't really get the, where's the, oh, it's on that side. Okay, I don't see any plumbing directly overhead there, so I think we're good. Will it focus inside there or no? It'll zoom in, but it won't unblur. No, there's nothing else there. Okay, good. So that's done. So now we are coming over. Where's this other thing? We're coming over to here, and we'll just go over a couple inches and drill right there. We just go upstairs to confirm that one more time. So there's our wire we did last time. There's that sneaky little pipe in the wall that you can't necessarily see from down below. And then there's our open bay. It looks like that's close to the ground, but I think it's actually quite a few inches up. So we probably wouldn't hit it anyways, even if we did drill through there, but I'm not interested in finding out. What a mess. Alright, so we're going to be working right here. Oh, the tripod mechanism, I got to change it back to tripod. Okay, here we go. Final two holes for today. I'm going to use that big bit that just went right through some screws, or some nails, whatever they were. And then once we've got these holes in place, we'll clean up the floor, and then we'll call it for today. I want to put something over the boiler though, because it's going to make a bit of a mess. I'll just put this block of wood for now, and I'll come back and vacuum it all out. Let's just take a quick break and make sure that that is going through where I think it is, and not somewhere it shouldn't be. So we should see just one hole down to the ground there. Yep. That's good. Just do one more over to the left, an inch. And we'll be all set for today. Doesn't look like a lot of progress maybe on the video, but it is. Because now tomorrow I can just do the wiring, which is the part that I actually like. This I do not like. This is actually really stressing me out. Okay, check the hole upstairs, and that should complete our hole drilling activities for today. I have to clean up a little bit, do some vacuuming. I like that part as well. Okay, 2 holes. We're good. Now let's clean it up. Any tools up here? I did. A couple tools and drill bit. Well, that kept a decent amount of stuff off of the shelf at least. I've been using this vacuum for this project because I think the filtration is pretty good. And it should capture most of the drywall dust. And I'll just change the bag when I'm done with this project, because I'm sure it's going to be pretty much clogged. I can already tell it's pretty clogged. You can hear it. The sound of the motor changes when it's kind of clogged. All right, let's get all this cleaned up. Should have done that before. No. Oh, I'm glad that got stuck. Now we can see what happened. It literally just cut off the
It literally just cut right through the nail. It's a pretty good drill bit. I think I'll keep that as a souvenir.
Oh no, this fan is all dirty inside.
Yes, this one probably is too.
Yep, let's take care of that as well.
Clean up the wall and the fans. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's it for today. That'll be our stopping point. I'm hungry, time to make some food, and then go to sleep. So we'll be back again tomorrow with this. Should be able to run most or all of the wires tomorrow. And then that's probably all we'll do tomorrow, because just getting this box to sit here is going to be a challenge, because we have to expand it to a 3-gang, and the box that I have, which is the only one I could find that would fit, is a new work box. I don't quite understand this, but the old work boxes are this height, and then the plastic ones are like 2 or 3 centimeters more than the old work metal boxes. I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. So I have to use a new work metal box and jam it into an old work slot, which is not ideal, but we'll get it. I have to say, I kind of liked recording with this camera. The previous screen is really nice and big and clear. It's not as bulky as the other camera is, so I could fit it into certain angles that I would not have been able to fit the other camera. And it seems to focus really good. It's just unfortunate that the audio is not there. I suppose I could potentially invest in some cordless microphones for it, but I'm not sure that it's really worthwhile, especially now that I gotta buy new drill bits instead.